Hey, and welcome here to Sixwheelsdown. And today I want to take you on a little journey here about how to install solar panels on your RV. You can see here we have our RV. It's a Thor Outlaw 37 LS, and it's quite tall there, so I have to climb up there and get the solar panels up. But I just unboxed this kit here, and the kit is from Renogy. And it's a 400 watt system, so it comes with 4 100 watt panels like this here, and I have just taken one of them and put it upside down here because next is that I need to install these brackets here on the side. They go here to mount them up on the roof. So we have brackets like this. It comes with these aluminum brackets here that will fit here on the side, and then you can install it up on the roof. So quite exciting. It comes with all the connectors here for the wiring, and there is a box here also that holds all the cables to run it inside. I will run it down through a dock system for the refrigerator vent. And we have all the connectors here. There's a charge controller, and that charge controller here also has this Bluetooth hookup, so you can monitor the charge over your cell phone. So a quite exciting kit. So this is what we are going to do today. Hey dear friends on YouTube, I'm Torkild Brunsnes, and I run the channel Sixwheelsdown. My wife and I are full-time RVers, and we live in our Thor Outlaw. Our goal is to travel to every state in North America. We travel with our 4 dogs, 3 Dachshunds and an English Bulldog. We have our motorcycles with us and use them to drive out to interesting places in every state. When you live in a motorhome, sometimes things break, and we will make videos of some of it. I also make music, and most of the music is recorded in the garage of our RV. And the kit here is very organized. You have 4 of these solar panels, so you have all the brackets here, but you also have a set of screws for mounting the brackets here, bolting them onto here, and there are the other screws that goes down through the roof, through these holes here, to screw it into the roof. So there is like a double bag like this for each of the 4 panels, so it's very easy to do. So let's try to put some of them on. So I simply take one of these screws here and put one of the big washers on, put it up from underneath here, and another little one of these on, and then it's just about tightening it down here. So very easy. Won't get in there. Here it comes. Just to make sure that these don't come loose when we drive here and the nuts come off, I will use a little bit of this Loctite to put on the threads so they don't work themselves loose again. So just a little bit like this. That will help keep it in place. Okay, so now it's time to get on the roof and start screwing these panels down. I have some die cord to put under the feet as well. So this is where it goes. Yeah, we are now up on the roof of the RV, and it's time to find a spot for these panels here. And I was first thinking here in the rear end, but I'm not thinking anymore that's such a good idea, because I want to run the power cables down through this air duct there. So I think I might want to try to situate them somewhere here as much as I can. Of course, clear of the ventilators and everything there, but so that all cables can reach and go down through the duct system there for the fridge. So I'm thinking something like this might work, because then there's easy access to run the cables down through the middle here, and then right over to this duct system and make it look like a nice and clean install. So I think that's what I will do, put them there. Just try to line them up, so I'll go down here and take a look from this end and see if they're parallel to the direction of the RV. I think they are, so that actually looks pretty good. I think that's where I'll put them. First I want to put some die cord under the seat here. So I need to cut the cables here. Get them out here at the end. Then we had all these screws here. Put them in my pocket somewhere. These are the ones here that goes down into the roof of the RV. Simply just do that. Sliding. the self-cutting screws, so they go right in. With all the panels screwed into place, I just want to give them a little die core over the screws, so we're sure, and it's this self-leveling stuff, so it will kind of float out, but make sure that this is really waterproof. Don't want any leaks here. Try to see these screws here, they have been covered with some of this die core. Look how well it covers, it's like chewing gum. We need to get down to these screws here. Cover this again. Yeah, so what I hope here is I can run the cables from each panel and then use this duct channel here to go down behind the fridge instead of drilling new holes here in the roof. I am not a big fan of that. So if you have something existing, then it's a good idea to try to use that. So now I'll take this cover off and see if we can get down behind there. So let's see if these come up. And they do, nice and easy. See, that's the beauty of having it all covered. Even your screw holes for the bend, cover it all in die core. It's nothing rust. So it's easy to take apart again. So all these screws here, they came out as easy as nothing. And you can see they have been all covered with die core. Here we are. So now it's about cutting a hole in this here, and then I think we could get down through this here. So after having cut open here, and I have a hole for the cables, and if you look careful you can kind of see the cooler elements down there from the fridge, and I'll stay over to the other side there so the cables don't touch the cooler elements. Now it's time to connect these here, and I just printed this out here from the internet, from Renogy's website, and it's a really good diagram. So what it looks like is that all four parallels goes in parallel into the charge controller. So you see the black and the black, they come here and they go into one of these connectors. They go like, you can see, 2 into 1. So the 2 black goes into one of these and comes out with 1 that continues. The same over from the other 2 panels. The black and the black meets in 1, and then they go over here, and then all the 4 blacks connects here and goes into 1. So you simply connect all the positives together and all the negatives with these here. So that's pretty simple. So looking at these here, now we start with the positives and put those together. They have like a red ring around, and they also labeled on the cable. And we need so that we can put them together, and it just snaps like this. And then we need the positive from the other side here, this one, and it snaps in there. So that's the positives. Then we need the same for the negative, and they come here. Kind of hard to put in. So that's these two here. And then these need to run up to the front. And then we do the same to the two panels up front here. Find the positives, it's marked here. And we put them together the same way. This is the positive here. Then we need the two negative. That's those. Yeah, now you see I made a mistake. I should have flip-flopped these two panels here. So I had these cables up like this, so they could connect to these up there. These here can't reach up there now, so I'll just have to unscrew these here, give them die-core again. So good is not dry yet, so I can do that real quick. Through the ducts, so I'll just zip tie them a bit to it. See if it can help direct it down. Just take a broom and see if I can direct it down to that. Now I need to see if I can fish them out here somewhere. Yeah, and I got a hold of the cables here. It was pretty easy. So now we need to find a place here to drill in through and then get them inside. So let's go and look and go inside and take a look at where they come out. And here under the fridge we have this panel here, and I just unscrewed it. It just sits with two screws. Now we should have access here underneath the fridge. Oh, there's a lot of dust there. Just vacuum that out. But that's basically where we have the heat blower blowing from the furnace, blowing air out. And with this little attachment here to our Dyson, I should be able to get most of this here chopped out. Oh yeah, it works. Just clean all of that dust out here. That's good, by the way, to get that cleaned out. And by just looking in here, you can see over there, the black one there, that's the TV. And here is a channel coming down. There are already some cables running. And I think if I get drilled into the side from the air duct where the fridge is, that should give me access to get the cables coming down here. And I should be able to grab them and run them this way in to where I want to set the charge controller. And what I'm really trying to achieve is to get in behind here and get to the back side of this panel here. Because this panel, that's where we have all the 12-volt fuses. And on the back side of that, we have cables coming from the opposite side of the motorhome, where the battery bank is. And they go up and connect directly to the back side of this. So that's where I want to connect to the battery on the back side of this panel. And then we can run cables up underneath here and come up here on the side and put our charge controller here. So pretty easy. I'll now take my power drill and I'll simply drill a hole in through here. And we have access. Just tie these up here a bit. Take these off and get them stuffed in. Hopefully they get through. That's how they go like that. And now let's see if we can mix these wires coming down here. Oh yeah, here. Fantastic. Nice one. Look how easy. Now I just need to unscrew these panels here so I can get to the back side because that's where I need to connect the cables go across over to the battery. So that's the next. So there's basically these to get out. And here we have it. We have the two cables coming out from the battery. So these go directly out and connect to the battery, these two. So that's where we can connect our charge controller down to, so it throws the power back to the batteries. And also connects up to this one. And I don't really see what's positive and negative on these. There's no indication. So I'll just measure it. And then I'll disconnect the batteries afterwards so that we don't cause any damage while we're doing the work here. So let's just test and see what's positive and negative. So the next thing I need to do is I need to make these two cables here and connect to the battery plus and battery minus here. And that here is the battery plus, that's the battery minus. Plus and minus. So there we need to make two cables now. So I'll take some of this cable roll I have here, and we just need a length so we can open the side of our closet and down to the fuse box where we can connect instead of on the battery. So we'll simply take this down here to the terminal. another cable roll here for the other side. And I think I'm going to put the panel here. I'm sorry for the light. I had to disconnect all the electricity, so we only have my headlamp here. But I think I'll put the display here on the side of the closet, and that means I will have to drill some holes underneath the display for the cables to go into the closet, and then run the cables in there. And I just took this little display we have here, the inverter, on off, and screwed it off so I could pull this out here a bit, and I can actually see in here that it's hollow, and I can run the cable all the way down to the bottom here, and run it under to the fuse box. So I just need to drill a little hole here to get in between these layers, and then I can run the cables down here and over to this panel we have on the floor there. So I'll just do some approximate measurements. I think I need 2 holes, one for these 2 set of cables and one for these 2 sets. So I'll say about here, you see the one set. One hole for it, the cables to come out, and then I need here a little of the 2 other ones. So that's right there. About the same height. And now I need to be able to recognize which one was the positive and which one was the negative. So this one is battery plus. So this piece of cable here I'll just mark by putting a little piece of tape on the end, so we know that's a positive. One with the tape. And then I should be able to shove them through down to the bottom. Cables here, they just push all the way behind and over to the other side. Grab them there. And I should be able to reach them here. And then I run them underneath these beams here with the drawer sliders. I just took the slider out, and then the same over here on the other side. So we go underneath this drawer slider. So I just shoved this cable in here and all the way down, so it came out here on the other side. That would be my fishing line. So now I'll attach the other 2 cable ends here. Now let's see if we can pull this hole. Oh, look at that. I had it. Let's see if we can pull off our fishing wire here. On the back side, or just much tin. And here, when I do through on the other side, I should be able to pull these out here. And here we go. That's quite easy. Almost easier than I thought it would be. Now have the cables from the batteries combined with the two cables going up to the charge controller. Now we kind of have to cut these here to length. I will leave a little excess length. It will just go down onto the drawer. So that's good. So I'll start with the negative. I know which one this is. I marked it with tape. So this here is the negative. So I'll kind of cut it here. First. Solar. One. Yes. Then we have this Bluetooth unit here that needs to be installed as well. This one goes up and clicks in to a plug underneath here. Well, I found out that on the back side of the fuse panel up there, where I wanted to connect the solar system, it didn't really work. There was only a plus, but there wasn't a minus pulled all the way from the battery up to there. So instead I've decided to go down here in the storage space. Way back there I've already drilled a hole down through the floor where I have my cables, so it's easy to pull them down there. And I'll run them along this pipe here, over here, and I will drill through here and go into the battery bay. And here you can see the charge controller with the Bluetooth unit. It's hooked up. You can see the blue light is blinking here. That indicates Bluetooth is on and we are connected to the phone. And in the display here we can see that we have power coming in as well. We have some selectors here, but battery temperature 25 Celsius. We are at 12.9 volts from the solar panels right now. It's a very cloudy day. 4.3 amps are running into the batteries, and 0.1 kilowatt hour is what we have charged here. So it's all just hooked on, so it almost hasn't charged anything yet, but it's definitely working, and everything is charging. So I just downloaded this Renogy BT app here on my phone, and as you can see here, when we log in, we are currently charging with 13.8 volts, 5.28 amps, and a total power input of 72 watts coming into the battery. Our battery charge status is 100% because I just unhooked from the shore power, so I simply unplugged the converter that takes power from the pedestal and converts it into 12 volt for the battery. But I unhooked that one, so now it'd be interesting to see if we can maintain these 100% here with the usage we have on the whole 12 volt system with lights and everything. But it's definitely running, and there are different other settings here where we can start running statistics about how much have we actually gotten out of the solar. So you can see power generated 0.056 kilowatt hours. I just turned it on, so we are getting power into the battery. Thank you for watching another video here from Sixwheelsdown. I hope you really enjoyed it. And for me to be able to continue to create content here for YouTube, please click the like and the subscribe button. That's the way you can help me to grow this channel and to continue create new content. Thank you for watching.